Rich is when you have enough money to make your mortgage payment, make your car payment. Wealthy, I think, is when you have a degree of independence and autonomy. The weird thing here is that wealth is the money that you don't spend. Independence is always a spectrum. So there is a high level of independence in which you don't need to work anymore. Even if you have $100 in the bank, that is a higher level of independence than if you had zero, and certainly if you had negative, if you were in debt. And so you realize that literally every dollar that you save is a little claim check on your future that you control that somebody else doesn't. And I think it's an important mindset, like redefining independence like that it's on a spectrum and every single dollar is an independence claim check. The less independent, the less savings, the more debt you have, the narrower that channel of endurance becomes. And so within that channel is like all the ups and downs of life, individual and macro. And the wider the channel is, the more that you can endure. And so much about compound interest, not just with money, but with relationships and careers and friendships, comes down to what can you endure? How many unknowns and the depths of those unknowns can you endure and survive? And so much, I wrote this in Psychology Money, if you have to sum up doing well financially in one word, I think it's survival. That's true in your career, that's true for savings, that's true for investing, absolutely. It's just survival. It's just what can you endure? What can you put up with? And when you view it like that, you realize that like every dollar that you save is a claim check of independence that will serve you, not just in the future, but today. Rich is when you have enough money to make your mortgage payment, make your car payment. Wealthy, I think, is when you have a degree of independence and autonomy. The weird thing here is that wealth is the money that you don't spend. Wealth is like the homes you didn't buy and the car you didn't buy. It's money that you saved and invested that is going to give you independence. And that's a hard thing for people, I think, to wrap their head around, that wealth is what you don't see. Because I can see your house, I can see your car, I can see your clothes, but I have no idea what your net worth is. I can't see your brokerage account, can't see your bank account. So wealth is always hidden. And a lot of people, particularly young people, will look up to the guy in the mansion with the Ferrari. But that guy, for all you know, is living paycheck to paycheck. And the person who is actually wealthy and independent might be the person in the modest house, driving the modest car that you would actually want to be. If you want to be wealthy instead of just rich, you want to be independent instead of just making your monthly payments, the people that you actually want to look up to are some of the hardest people to identify in society. Because there's a lot of billionaires who have $1 billion, but they want 2. They have 2 billion, but they want 4. One of the things is that happiness might be the wrong word here. The word that people want is content. When you sit here and daydream about having the bigger mansion, what you're actually doing is you're imagining yourself in the mansion being content with it. You imagine yourself sitting in that house and saying, I don't want anything more than this. The feeling that we are aspiring to is just being content.